This may take a bit, folks. As soon as my partner gets in, we'll start the show. Well, if he doesn't get in here soon, I'll do it alone.
I'm here. Let's get this done.
Welcome to the MegaMets podcast for AEW at Worlds End 2023, coming live from another neck of Jose's end of the woods, the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in UnionDale, Long Island.
Everything I've been seeing that.
Yeah. We'll kick it off with the 0 hour events, starting with the FTW Rules FTW Championship Match, Hook defending against ROH Pure Champion Wheeler Yuta. Given how low Yuta is willing to stoop to get titles, case in point how he got the Pure title off Shibata, I'm going to give this to Yuta.
I will probably also give it to Yuta.
Next up, 20-man Battle Royale. Winner gets a TNT title shot anytime, anywhere. Why do I smell a rat that this is staying within the patriarchy?
I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Which means it's either going to Nick Wayne or Kill Switch, aka Luchasaurus. Because giving the title shot to Darby Allin's kind of redundant.
Yes,
He's not even in this match anyway. So you given? So if you
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because according to the card, it says participants to be announced, and they haven't even mentioned it.
That's a fair point. But if we had to take a shot in the dark, I'm just gonna stick with Kill Switch.
I'll have to stick with Kill Switch as well, because even I don't know.
Next up on the main card, Andrade Idolo versus the returning Miro.
Ah, yes. Good to see Miro once more. Not to mention Idolo, it has CJ in his corner.
It's a shame that Vince McMahon didn't utilize these two properly.
I know. Vince is an idiot. Yes, I'm being blunt with that. Vince is a godforsaken idiot.
As far as I'm concerned, I wonder if the lack of a pet has led to a massive amount of cognitive decline. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know the guy's 78 and has something to do with it, but still. Instead of chasing other women, why didn't he just go get a damn puppy?
Yeah.
I'm giving this to Miro. Andrade.
I also give it to Miro. Miro deserves this.
Is basically at a standstill. And for you, game over.
Yeah.
Swerve Strickland against Keith Lee with the former with Prince Nana in his corner.
I'm giving it to Swerve. Sorry, Keith Lee, but even though you deserve so much better, let's just say you leave a lot to be desired.
True. Keith was a lot better on the indie circuit. He never should have gone to WWE.
He never should have, because every time he would screw it up, he says he has to end up in the Performance Center. I'm surprised he lasted that long despite all the screw-ups.
Mm-hmm. And the pandemic didn't really help him all that much either.
No, it didn't.
Next up, six-man tag match. Eight-man tag... it's eight. AEW Tag Champions Ricky Starks and Big Bill team with Powerhouse Hobbs and Don Callis and Konosuke Takeshita, of the Don Callis family to take on the reunited Les Sex Gods, Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, and the duo of Sting and Darby Allin. For those wondering why Sammy and Jericho are back together, it's because Kenny's on the shelf indefinitely, and thus Jericho can't cash in that AEW tag title shot until a later date.
And that's due to all the injuries. That doesn't help matters either.
Mm-hmm. And since Sting's going to be leaving wrestling altogether in a few months, March 3rd, Greensboro Revolution. I've got to find a way to convince my mom to let me crash at my brother's place and have him take me to that event.
I hope your brother does so.
Considering he lives about 5 minutes away from the Coliseum in Reedsville, which is still Guilford County, just to give you a heads up.
Yep.
I'm going to give this to Sting, Jericho, Guevara, and Allin to set up the tag title match down the line. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
8-man All-Star Tag Team match. The 8 of the men that didn't make it in the Continental Classic, Claudio Castagnoli, Bryan Danielson, Mark Briscoe, and Daniel Garcia take on Brody King, Jay White, Jay Lethal, and Roosh.
This will be an awesome match.
That's for
How
sure.
much talent? They're going to knock it out of the park.
Mm-hmm. As for who wins it, I don't know. You've got a lot of slime ball sneaks on the side of King, White, Lethal, and Roosh. And a lot of guys are more about honor and tact, although Garcia is more of a showboaty ham between himself, Castagnoli, Garcia, Danielson, and Briscoe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give this to Castagnoli, Danielson, Briscoe, and Garcia.
I'm doing it as well for the Blackpool Combat Club as well as Briscoe and Garcia.
Especially with what's coming up for Mark in a few weeks.
Yeah.
You don't know what that is. The anniversary of his brother Jay's death.
I know.
Considering I actually interacted with Jay once at a Ring of Honor show a few years ago. TBS title match. Julia Hart against Abadon. This is a no-brainer. Julia is retaining.
Julia will retain.
Expect interference from Sky Blue. Or should I say, Sky Black. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Next up, a no DQ for the TNT title. We have Christian Cage defending against Adam Copeland.
Former friends now turned bitter enemies.
Considering how last time Nick Wayne's mother double-crossed Adam, I don't know how this is going to play out. And with no DQ, and with Kill Switch and Nick probably going to be fresh, while Sting and Darby are going to be pretty banged up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how this is going to play out. But I do want to see Christian Cage finally get his long overdue comeuppance.
I agree. Like I said, former friends turned bitter enemies.
Not to mention Christian playing the role of the overly toxic, manipulative daddy.
Of course.
I mean, another guy who I wish would hop ship from another company to AEW to put Christian in his place is another old buddy of his.
Who?
Rhino.
Of course. I remember those two had good chemistry.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to give this to Copeland.
I'm getting it to Christian. Sorry, but this is a tough decision, man.
Fair enough. The final of the Continental Classic. Winner of this not only gets the new Continental title, but also the NJPW Strong and Ring of Honor World titles to form the AEW Triple Crown. Jon Moxley versus Eddie Kingston. Tony Khan, let me ask you a question. Was there a point to try to copycat All Japan with this?
There was no point. This feels unnecessary.
My point exactly. I mean, and I get it. It's more to placate Eddie because he's a guy who has openly stated he's not a strong style guy. He walks, lives, and breathes the King's Road. He did tape study of All Japan, of the legends of the Four Pillars, of Taue, Kawada, the Misawa, Kobayashi, and Kobashi, even Akiyama, Tenaru, Choshu, guys who defined the King's Road.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think he's called the Mad King?
Exactly. I honestly have no idea.
I mean, he and Mox were one time closer than brothers, but in recent years they've drifted apart.
Yes. He did.
But you know what? I'm going to give this to Eddie.
I'm also getting it to Eddie. Sorry, Moxley.
Especially in front of his home crowd.
Yep.
As just about an hour up north is old Yonkers, if I remember correctly.
Yep. I've visited Yonkers many times.
I only went there once for a truck sales stop with my dad back in '98.
I see.
And I'd actually gone to the racetrack. For the AEW World title, Timeless Tony Storm battles the inaugural champion, Riho. Riho, you're nothing but a ragdoll kid. You may have set the standard for this title.
But you're not going to hold a candle. Sorry, but my vote's on Timeless Tony Storm.
Same here. Finally, the main event. AEW World title, MJF at his most vulnerable. Defends against Samoa Joe, who made a deal with the devil to drop the Ring of Honor tag titles. Is this the night we're going to find out who the devil really is? If it is, pull the trigger on Joe becoming the champion. I know. I have been a simp for MJF since last year's Full Gear event. Knowing
You need to stop simping, man. Simping does not do you any good.
I meant in the sense that every time we've gone on here with these title matches, and I picked MJF based on the logic of him being a heel or finding some way by hook or crook to get out with the title in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I was getting at.
Yeah.
This time, there is no way out.
There isn't.
MJF is going to be feeling betrayal because I believe that devil is Adam Cole.
Mm-hmm. Betrayal's going to happen eventually.
And then that sets the two going at setting each other up to kill each other at Revolution. So
I hope it does set up nicely.
MJF, you've been a good champion. It's been almost over close to 400 days since you held it. But mark my words. Tomorrow night, 4 simple words. Joe's gonna kill you. Joe's gonna kill you. Joe's gonna kill you. Joe's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Joe walks out of Nassau with the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Ooh, really had to get that one off. That's it, folks. Happy New Year from the MegaMets podcast. Comment, smash, like, sub to both our channels. We'll see you in 2024. Our next show, debriefing of the Giants and Jets football seasons, and then we boil down how the road to the Super Bowl will go. Goodbye.
Not to mention a dissection of the Giants season and the Jets season, because we need to dissect it. How the hell they messed it up.
Plus, we gotta walk down the road to Sin City.
Yes, indeed.
Goodbye, good fucking night, and Happy New Year. Bang!